or in person. We also have the Margin Manor Victorian Tea and Gallery show, where I go up, I read the audience, and I do private reads. After, coming up Sunday, June 30th, we have Walk-in Night Mini Psychic Fair showcasing students and graduates of the Ivy League Psychic Academy. I trained everyone personally and by hand, genuine light workers. $10 gets you 2 tickets, which is 2 readings, 2 healings. Join us on June 28th at Danny Fit Gym for that. Let's get right into it, shall we? Horoscopes? Okay, here's the list of them. Again, this is from, let's see, Thursday, June 13th, today, to Thursday, June 20th, and I will be putting your monthlies up on YouTube for July. Now, Aries, what's going on with you for the week, Aries? Okay, I have a couple different things happening with you. I feel like over here to the future for the week, especially Thursday and Friday, I have some very dynamic days, and I feel like I'm talking about this Thursday and Friday. I want to say that you could be feeling like you're high energy. A lot of things would appear to be working in your favor. You're feeling as though it's a go, go, go. The universe is conspiring with you to get done what you want to get done. And then all of a sudden I had you backpedaling into what feels like self-defeating behaviors. Thoughts of negativity, thoughts of, how do I want to say this? Defeat. If you look to your past, you're going to get stuck there. And it doesn't necessarily have to be something that you're processing at all. It does not necessarily have to affect the progress that you're currently making. For some of you, I feel like I'm talking about money and work. And for some of you, I feel like I'm talking about your personal relationships. For some of you, it's just things that you feel you didn't do well enough in the past. You have to let it go. And for you this week, it's all about stopping the thoughts before they become feelings and self-defeating behaviors. Wednesday is a peak day for you financially in the morning, and I'm hearing like 9 a.m. Be expecting calls and emails, things like this. Keep an eye out. Taurus, what is going on with you for the week? I have you being a little bit in the right side of your brain, especially Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday afternoon of this week, and then Thursday, I have you being very focused on following your intuition, following your gut. And you may have found yourself in some circumstances or with people around you who are not being completely authentic in what it is that they want from you. I have the back of your neck either burning or like a burning sensation up into your head. I also feel like like a pain in the neck. So you may have somebody or a situation you're dealing with that is a pain in the neck. I feel like your grandmothers, your mothers, a lot of maternal energy and ancestors coming through here supporting you and trying to let you know that it's an important time to evaluate who is around you, what they're demanding of you, and what the situations are demanding of you. Because if it is beyond what should be your responsibility, you may have to cut that and let that go. Gemini, what is happening with Gemini? A couple different things, Gemini. So first I have you, similar to Aries, go, 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 go. Thursday, Friday, Saturday morning, and into next Tuesday, early morning and afternoon. A lot of energy in the universe conspiring to work with you to get things done that are really important, and not just assisting you in your own stuff, but especially in areas where you're doing something bigger, where you're doing something like light work, or you're assisting with the larger community, okay, on a global level. Anything like that is going to be insanely supported for you. However, what I have also coming up is a bit of a feeling that you may be holding yourself back. And I want to say you really need to pay attention to this Thursday and Friday into the afternoon. And due to a potential conversation, a post, an email, something that you see early Friday morning, don't allow yourself to get distracted and hold yourself back. Some circumstances that were holding you back may be resurrecting themselves, and you may have to analyze those. They've been around for the last 3 weeks to 3 months, and once and for all, I feel like you're washing it out, wiping it out. Okay, Cancer, what's going on with you? Talk, 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 talk. I have people talking at you. I have you talking at people. I have you finding yourself in a position where you're getting into a lot of dialogue, and some of the dialogue seems really kind of useless, dealing with people that are maybe ignorant, or like it's never going to help. They're lost souls, I call them. They're just floating in their toxic karma. I want to say leave them there. There's no hope, okay, for some people. And it's not your job to deal with it. All of a sudden, it's almost like a light bulb turns on for you. And Thursday going into Friday, I do feel like I'm talking about this Thursday evening going into Friday, this light bulb turns on for you, and you start to have very fulfilling conversations and dialogues with people who count, situations who count, people who will take a stand. And I see you rolling forward with that, collaborating with others on business deals, grassroots projects, all kinds of things, even political agendas. For some of you, especially the teachers and the parents, I have you doing this with your family plans, with your children and child rearing, co-parenting better, and working better in the classroom in general. I do want to say that I see old lovers popping up. This may be a theme for you this week, Cancer. Be careful, old lovers that pop up. What do they really want? Do they just want another... it sounds dirty, that's not what I meant, but a free ride. It's not really a sexual thing. It's more like some people need their ego stroked, or they want you to take care of them or make them feel better in some capacity, and they don't intend to give it back. Two of them popping up. Avoid like the plague. Leo, what's going on with you? I have a close of a cycle, a close of lessons learned from something that would have been occurring over the last year to year and 3 months to a year and about 5 months or a year and a half. So there's a cycle ending for you that had to deal with romantic partnerships, and it may have also dealt with business partnerships. You in the way that you relate to others and have not been maybe completely authentic. I'm not saying that you were being fraudulent or you were necessarily, lying or being manipulative, but sometimes when you're not very self-aware of the things that you're getting involved in, it could have come off that way and it could have caused problems. At this point, though, you know authentically what you want. You know authentically what your position is. And you're being very honest and raw about that. And things are going to start working more in your favor in that capacity. So a closing of that book. I also have a need for you to watch dental issues in the back, like molar areas. I can't prescribe or diagnose. This typically symbolizes, though, more so than that, a grinding of the teeth. And when I see grinding of the teeth, it means that you're going through something stressful and you're not really processing it as well as you need to. I have a lot of grandfathers coming through talking to you about this, paternal energies, male friends, brothers, trying to help you, especially at night when this might be a peak problem. Okay, so let it go. There's some stuff coming up for you also on Saturday where it could be conflictual in family or friends or people in your close circle. And I want to say make sure that you're not feeding something that is someone else's problem, okay? Virgo? Yeah. I'm doing it again. I don't know. Why do I do that?
I think it's because you're crossing over the
I shouldn't be touching the pen. Yeah. Okay, Virgo, what's going on with you? I hear voices, voices, voices. These are spirits, and they are possibly ringing your ear. A lot of people think that they have tinnitus or a pressure in the ear. When the ear is ringing and the voices are coming through, it's important for you to take the time to process. Now, a lot of people don't understand what that means. It's called clairaudience. And the way that they speak to you after the ringing of the ear or heart palpitations or sweating is they put thoughts into your head. The thoughts would seem as though they are your own thoughts, and they would come through not in the spirit's voice but in your own voice. So you need to stop and process these things. What I feel they're really talking about with you is self-protection of your heart, especially in a love relationship where all that glitters is not gold, or someone who's been around for long enough who is maybe taking advantage or not putting as much back into the pot as they should be. It's also talk of your work and money. So protect your position. Keep your eye on the prize. For some of you, I'm hearing Thursday into Friday that you may have an opportunity to grab a promotion, and that sounds really smart. I'm not touching it. Okay, Libra. I just want to say this back in reference to Virgo real quick. Just because you're having problems doesn't mean you need to necessarily cut the cord or let somebody go. This is a week for setting boundaries and then see how they react to that. But do not be afraid to say, look, I'm going to need more than this. This isn't working. And for a lot of you, I'm feeling more male energy, like you've just been putting up with it for too long. Libra. I have a lot of promotion coming your way, a lot of self-empowerment coming your way, but I do feel like you need to sort of get on the bicycle or get back up on the horse. It seems like you've been feeling a little bit defeated and depleted for far too long. I want to say 3 to 4 weeks, 3 to 4 months of you treading water. And I feel you also within the last week going through a bit of a cleansing period where you've let go of a lot of energy that wasn't working for you. And you've possibly cut off conversations that were no longer working for you, as well as positions within your work that weren't serving your highest and best good in order for you to promote down the road. It also seems that some of you had to take a very, very close look. And if you didn't, I'm just telling you to. Like, go back and look, well, there's still time to deal with all of this right now. You may need to look at your finances and say, gee, where am I flushing money down the toilet? Or where is this going out the window? It is happening. And if you can find these holes, you can plug them and stop the leaking from becoming a larger problem. I do feel that you also have some parental issues coming in, or a confrontation from parental issues. For some of you, this can be something from your past. This could be something that your parents, living or deceased, are resurrecting within you, stirring the pot a little bit, and it has to do with your self-identity. So you may have to look back at your roots this week and see a little bit more about who you really are and how you've grown. Okay, Scorpio, yes? Scorpio, what's going on with you? I heard ring around the rosy, pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes. We all fall down. There's a sense going on here of you being in unity with others, but you being able to also assist and be the voice of reason. You seem to have a few opportunities. I try not to go backward with these, but I actually have to go back to yesterday. So this would have started yesterday, where you would have been called on to either step up in a group situation or work environment, a family or relationship environment, and you would have been asked to lead. Now, if you weren't literally asked, you're just aware that it's happening and you're finding that you may be the only one for the job. Some of this energy seems dark and scattered, and like you are capable of looking at it, fixing it, understanding, sort of like through the engineer's mind, how all systems fit together. And I do feel like you need to incorporate everybody and say, look, this person has this positive and negative, this person has this positive and negative. Everybody can be of use, but you have to know how and how to balance it. You have a potential increase in money coming in Friday, and it could come later in the afternoon. Something that you've been kind of waiting on, or you've been feeling like, I don't know if I'm going to get this thing. I thought it was coming. You will, I have that phone ringing, so to speak. Okay, and you receiving this thing could be coming from a male or a masculine energy in a higher up position. Sagittarius. There's a need for balance for you this week, and it has to do with your receiving and your power out abilities. So what I want you to focus on this week, especially Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday into the evening, and then it seems to peak again almost like Friday afternoon, okay, of next week. And what I feel you need to be doing is really analyzing very closely how much you have been sitting back and just allowing for factors to play out, allowing for other people to have the upper hand, or for situations to be controlled beyond your involvement. You aren't necessarily getting up off the couch and speaking your truth, even though maybe you're witnessing that things are not functioning properly. For some of you, I do feel like I'm talking about within your marriage, within your partnership, within your love life, that you see maybe the relationship not going anywhere or going in a bad direction. For some of you, I feel like I'm talking about your children, and maybe it's a co-parenting issue, or just the family in general is not going in the right direction. For some of you, I do feel like I'm talking about your work and money. Now, you're going to have to get the upper hand. That's going to require a lot more work, but I do have your work guides as well as your relationship guides working very, very closely with you this week. Pay attention to dreams with symbolic messages on Thursday and Friday. Capricorn, you're the ones who've been choking me out since 15 minutes before the show started. You're not saying something to somebody, or you're not speaking up about a situation that is not serving you. I don't feel legitimately like you can necessarily just leave. It would appear that this is a circumstance that you're supposed to be learning from. So constantly, what are the lessons? What are the lessons? What am I supposed to be gaining from this in growth and understanding and knowledge? But the thing is, when you're stuck in a situation, you can't just get out, and you're not being respected or you're not being heard. You can't just keep doing the same old thing over and over again, beating your head up against the wall. So what I have to say to you this week is speak your truth. If you have not, you must do it now. If you have already done it and it was not received, you feel a growing sense of disrespect, but you haven't necessarily done anything about it other than getting upset and frustrated. And you're going to have to come at it from another angle and set those boundaries somehow. For some of you, you are free to go, but it feels like only a quarter of you, or like a small percentage, are free to go. You're done with that chapter, and you knew a long time ago you should have left. So don't hang on and let things linger. Aquarius. But it's totally better. It's like totally gone. Aquarius. There's a lot of cleansing going on with you, but I want to say that you're taking a really active participation, really active part in your growth and development this week, and it has everything to do with you having fun, with you shedding, with you finding new lovers, and being willing to really reopen your heart to someone. Whether they're significant or not, that's not really the point. This doesn't have to be the end-all, be-all soulmate connection of your life. It could also just be someone you're dating casually, and you're still opening, and that's the point. I see you diving into these beautiful crystal clear waters from a pretty high up cliff, and which is a leap, okay? The crystal clear waters are going to represent a cleansing process for you. It's also a really good prosperity symbol, and it has to do with you coming clean and shedding of old things that were no longer working for you. For some of you, I just really see you more on the beach diving in, but I love that for both of you, whether it's really kind of scary or you're totally there and you're ready to do it, I love that for all of you Capricorns, it feels to me like you're diving. You're not putting one toe in and you're not stalling out anymore. And this is going to be also great, I want to say, for your, it's almost like your immunity to things that have been bothering you for a long time, whether it's been like illnesses, may suddenly just sort of disappear and clear out of your body. I cannot prescribe or diagnose. And toxic energy in other areas may not be able to touch you anymore. And it's really, really cool. Okay, Pisces. A little bit of money coming in for you Saturday morning. And for those of you that are working just back on Aquarius, for those of you that are working on like projects with a car, your house, whatever, upgrades, keep an eye on who's doing it. Make sure you're getting the best deal you can because you have extra money there. Pisces, what's happening with you? Don't bite off more than you could chew this week. Tuesday and Wednesday, don't bite off more than you could chew. Some of you are running yourselves into the ground overworking. For some of you, it's going to be key that you have proper communication. I feel like I'm talking more about love partnerships. However, when I'm looking at soulmate connection, this could be anything. This could be your siblings. This could be a parent-child relationship. And for some of you, I just feel like it's friendships that have soulmate connection. It's all about the soulmates this week for you, Pisces. And the ones that are in your life are significant players. And you need to treat them as such. If you've been sloppy with your communication or too busy with other things, they may be confronting you on it a bit somehow, indirectly, directly, and saying, I need more, or we need to fix this, and you really need to focus in on that. For some of you, I have pregnancy, potential adoption, foster care, custody working out, and for some of you, I see more of almost like a launching of a business as we move more into next week. So that's really awesome. Congratulations on all of that. Those are your weekly short scopes for Thursday, June 13th to Thursday, June 20th. I will be putting the monthlies up for the first time on YouTube for July here very soon. Thanks so much.